take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest. Give him a taste of Kiwi.
All right, kia ora, no mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to another episode of the Kiwi NRL podcast. I'll be your host, Lennie, and tonight we've got Fergalicious, aka On the Bench, aka Fergie's Golf, aka he's got so many names. How are you, bro?
AKA Fergie's Features, AKA pop me another beer. Good to be back, brother. Good to be back. Work, life, and the rest has been busy, and more busy. So, mate, grateful to be back on the panel with yourself. How have you been?
Nice. I've been good, bro. I've been good, like similar to you. Cheers. Well, that's good. No, I've been busy. I've picking kiwi fruit out of everything. So, you know, Kiwi NRL podcast. Yeah, kiwi fruit.
Hey,
No,
living
not
up to
picking
thy name.
Yeah, not picking it. The in-laws have a kiwi fruit orchard, so
Wicked.
it's all go for one day. So we went down to Gizzy to help out for the day. So I sat on the tractor, loaded some bins, moved stuff around. You know, a man of many talents. But yeah, it lines up. Maybe we could go into kiwi fruit NRL podcast.
Yeah, we just talk about fruit.
Kiwi fruit.
Get around that, kiwi fruit. Different types of fruits from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Be jealous.
But well, we'll see. Say in the comments if you want that to happen. That's because we can make that happen. No, I better shout the actual sponsors though. Shout out to Tough Luck Workwear, independent New Zealand workwear designed by tradies for tradies. Head along to www.toughluck.co.nz. Use the code Kiwi NRL, and it's all caps to get 10% of the best off. Also, Fitzone in the great towns of Matamata, Te Aroha, Paeroa, and Waihi. Head along there. We've got our 14-day trial for $14, so you get to try the gym out for 2 weeks for $14. You can't even get a beer at a pub for that these days. So there you go. That's value. So head along to www.fitzonenz.com. Lastly, Mortgage IQ. Shout out to the bro Dre. If you're in the market for a house and you're thinking, man, I might need some money to buy that house, and you need a mortgage, head along to Mortgage IQ. Get a hold of Dre. He will sort you out. The man will sort you out. Tell him Kiwi NRL podcast sent you, and he will give you $5,000. No, you won't. Don't do that. I'm just joking. He might give you something though. Who knows?
High five.
Just ask him. High five. A great interest rate. He might give you a great interest rate on your mortgage.
True, even better, and that's worth a lot of money. That's probably worth more than $5,000. Yeah.
It probably is. It is over a 30-year period. So there you go. All right, should we jump into the questions?
Love the questions.
All right, let's just bring them up. Got to have the right Instagram profile up first. There we go.
That helps. I do know that one.
All right. No, that's not the questions one. Oh, sorry, guys. He's struggling here a bit. There we go. All right. All right, hit us with it.
Okay, I got one from Stats Hub, the legend, the Kiwi bloke down in Melbourne, good friend of each podcast. Great bloke. He said, how far away do you think we are from seeing New Zealand seeing NZ's own origin, North versus South? Great question. And league, obviously, not the union counterpart, league.
Hey, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I guess I think we might struggle in terms of the amount of Aucklanders that play league as opposed to the rest of the country. I know people have floated Auckland versus the rest of the country, which could work quite well. But I love I don't know if you remember back to the old North versus South rugby and cricket games. Yeah. They were outstanding back in the day. So to bring those back, to bring it into league, that would be cool. I'm a fan of it. What about you, bro?
Oh, I think it'd be a great concept. Even if it was a struggling one-sided affair, I think it would only grow. I think if we could get players obviously from the entire rugby league scene, then that'd be great. Not just local not local A graders and kind of stuff. Then it would be more important. But in terms of actually being a big NRL sensation like Origin, is probably 10 years away from something actually being set in stone. Like, it's just not. Once we are a second team in New Zealand, that'll play a big part of it.
So we'll get that derby kind of atmosphere. Yeah,
that's right. Like the the soccer now has, like the what do you call
Phoenix
them?
and
Auckland Phoenix versus the Wellington Phoenix versus
Wellington
Auckland.
Phoenix versus Auckland FC.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I think I'd prefer that, a second NRL team, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
Um,
the Origin will have to come
Yeah.
after that. But the likes of what's his name, Griffin Neem, I'd love to see him line out for a
Yes.
South Island team. Like that's
Yeah,
the kind
man.
of tough mana hearty players that
Yeah.
we would
I'm
see.
just
for
trying to
sure.
think who else. You'd have Jordan Ricky, Cody Nikorima would be South Island, Jermaine Suckle, South Island.
Yeah,
Just trying to think who else. That's all the ones off the top of my head.
yeah, me too. I can't think of any strong South Islanders.
So that's about it.
Mm.
There's probably plenty more that I've probably forgotten, but obviously if you look at Auckland, you're just going to have half the NRL. So
Yeah, exactly.
but a one-sided affair, like you said, isn't bad. If it starts off like that, you get that real underdog mentality, and that's where you start to get that hatred if you're always getting pumped.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the whole Origin thing came from, right? That's why it got so big. Yeah. So I'm not against it. It's just also where does that fit? Like, and if you were to do like an NRL style one, where does that fit in the calendar? I guess you could run at the same time as Origin, possibly.
Yeah, it only makes sense for that to happen, right? Like, and instead of playing those other international options that we have thought about in the past, we have our own Origin, on the similar, not the same night, maybe like Tuesday, maybe a Thursday
or something. Yeah. I mean that could work. That could
It'd
work.
probably be more fair on the competition too. You take away not just the Australian-based Origin players, you take away the
New Zealand-born players who can play for other teams. Yeah, for sure. All right. Great question.
Yeah, I like
great
it.
question. Stat Hub, the great man. We need to get him on actually.
Yeah.
All right. This is from Brilly89. Does Lennie, shout out to Brilly, does Lennie still want to be an YouTuber? If so, did he take the ornament from the Airbnb? Well, it's
context, please.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I
don't know if
I
I can go right into.
Thinking,
I don't know if I can go into detail, but in the weekend, we're thinking that I could make a bit of a YouTube channel based off things that could fit in my butt, basically.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's what that was. Obviously, we're quite intoxicated.
We'll see you guys later.
a bit intoxicated, but it could become the running joke.
Nice.
And there was a large ornament at the Airbnb that was kind of like a big pine cone.
Oh, I did see that video.
Yeah.
I think you shared it. Yeah. And it was a very butt pluggy shape. So,
Yes, massive butt plug, but like pine cone
very
texture.
Girthy. Yeah, very girthy, very heavy textured. So,
but
a lot of work in that if you were
to there'd be a lot of mahi in that to like. But anyway, thanks, Sam.
Teamwork, obviously.
It's a team sport, is it? Shit.
That's right.
All right, we've got a serious question from Timo. Ponga / Kinney. What are the pros and cons of choosing either at one? Oh, good question. For the Kiwis, obviously.
Yeah, tough. I think pros at this stage, if we were to play this year, with Kenny, his longevity, I think experience, he'll be greater in the future. But with and then the opposite would be for Ponga, is that he already has that like big game experience, Origins, big arenas, is that he would be potentially more calm and more collected in those moments. So both got their positives, but both definitely have negatives. Thoughts?
Yeah, so I agree. I think one thing I'm worried about is whether Ponga stays fit to actually play by the end of the year. Looking back through, obviously he hasn't always made it to the end of the season in great nick. So that might be a bit of youth on Kinney's side, that he'll, availability is your best ability. So Kinney's more likely to be available. But in saying that, if they're both fit, yeah, I think Ponga, like, let's say one of our halves goes down mid-game or something, having Ponga in the team, that's a pro because he can just slot in there. He's very experienced. Even if you watch that Knights game, he jumped into first receiver heaps. So that'll be the pro for him. But the pro for Kinney is his youth. He's quick. He's just electric. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do at the end of the year. Obviously, you still got to play yourself into the team.
Yeah.
So,
I think both, if they're available, will be in the squad.
100%.
So it'll be interesting to see how they play them, definitely.
Yeah. All right, great question. Those are the only three we have today. So it's a short
little
question
short
segment.
notice. I guess it was a little short
It
notice.
was. I put it up late, fam. Sorry. Luckily, Ferg came through so he could jump on, so we could slap that story up because it was looking unlikely. So not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear Warriors jerseys.
Yeah. Hey.
All right,
Let's get
sweet.
it
So
down.
we'll move into the review of the last round. Whew,
Okay.
there's a mouthful. Why is that a mouthful? We've already gone through the Vegas games, so we'll stroll past those and we'll go to Storm. Absolutely shellacking the Parramatta Eels, 52-4. If it was a 10-minute game, then Eels might have won, but it's not. It's a 80-minute game. Thoughts, Fergie? Any Kiwi boys stand out to you in this one?
Yeah, it's great to see the right edge of the Storm firing back. Well, now it's we saw
Yeah.
Warbrick, but you lose Katoa, your game, and inform Joe Chan. So
Yes, he was
everyone's
outstanding.
surrounded. Exactly, everyone's surrounded by our man Joseph. Oh, what is his name? Oh man, I forgot his name. The halfback.
Jerome Hughes.
Man, sorry, mind blank.
Hughesy.
Everyone's surrounded by Hughesy, just succeeded. Great game, great edge, great control. Never missed a beat. And I had some doubts, but shouldn't have. They played phenomenally, and it was all led by our main man, Hughesy.
Jerome Hughes, yes, that's an all right Kiwi eligible edge, obviously with Howarth being eligible now. He was before, but he was going to choose to play Origin, which would have ruled him out. But now the rules say he can play for Origin and New Zealand, so we're claiming
Ding, ding, ding.
that whole right edge. They're all outstanding. Warbrick was on, Hughesy was on, and like Joe Chan just carried on that Māori's game form into that.
Yeah.
So very exciting. Parramatta were looking woeful around the ruck. I mean, some of that stuff was absolute garbage. And then Harry Grant just absolutely ripped them to shreds. Thoughts on Para though overall? Like you'd be worried, wouldn't you?
I think there's some bad signs. I reckon first, obviously the scoreline doesn't help, but if they go back to back, which is going to be tough against another good team this week, but if they go back to back domination, then they're going to probably have a few hard looks themselves. But if they come back with a competitive game, then they can live a little bit longer. I'd say,
right their wrongs maybe and get on the right side of the ledger.
Fight back into being that team to prove back can't get beat by 50 and not win a premiership. So
that's it.
Tough one.
That's 100%.
But also great to see Moses Leo do well. Sorry,
bro, he was outstanding. Yes, if we're talking about Kiwis, he was great.
Yeah, strong in the centres, and I had my doubts being a sevens player, being in the sevens position, harder in my honest opinion, one of the hardest positions to defend through decision making of the the standard shape that league has. So then he did really well, and also he ran the ball well. So good signs. I honestly thought he was going to be a last minute change, and they were going to put Nick Meaney back in the centre, but he must be proven himself at training and keep him there for the longevity, and I think he's going to do well.
No, if he keeps playing like that, what the Storm are good at taking their time with players, and spent a bit of time there last year, like in the bottom grade, and then coming up. So. No, great signs for Moses Leo, and the Storm look hard to stop. Friday night, KFC was on the menu, baby. Warriors 42, Roosters 18. Thoughts,
and
Ferg,
the boys were there,
man?
You boys were there live.
We were there live, bro. Sold out. The atmosphere was crazy.
So jealous. It looked electric.
Weren't you supposed to come?
I was supposed to come, but it clashed too much with my golf trips that just sucking me dry, sucking my bank account dry. So
yeah,
that would have been the dream weekend. Horse racing.
Oh, it was outstanding.
Footy, man.
Oh, bro.
Gutted.
It was all go. The great thing is that Kane and Sam were Roosters fans, so that means Jason and I could give them shit the whole weekend. Funny thing about Kane is on the Saturday morning, he comes out in a Warriors jersey. Like pick your team, Kane. You got a stick. You came out on the next morning in his Warriors jersey. I'm like, mate. Yeah, not those, not those ones, but outstanding from the Warriors. No, we had the Warriors. See, the thing is, here's the thing. I'm probably going to throw him under the bus here. Him and Sam are contemplating not wearing their Roosters jerseys to the game.
Oh,
like pussies.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
And Jason and I were like,
Got
if
it.
you're gonna be Roosters fans, you got to be Roosters fans and turn up.
That's right.
Not that-
Exactly.
yeah. So anyway, so we made them, and they wore them. To their credit, they wore them, and they duly got the shit the whole time. So, but yeah, so shout out to Warriors for delivering that, so we could have that over them the whole weekend. That was great. That was absolutely great. Thoughts on the game? Who stood out to you, bro? Obviously, there's a few people that played well. So,
Man,
but like, who stood out to you?
so grateful, so glad to be able to watch this game, and like, you know, I was on my edge of the seat for so long because I just know in the past, you know, it doesn't.
Yes,
we can have such good leads, and then we can be our own worst enemy
sleep,
in the second half. That's right. So, Tanner Boyd, I've been saying all along, and he really lived up to the expectation that I had early days in him. But
Yes.
and that's probably my mistake, you know, thinking that you could come into a team relatively
Yep.
quick and make a big difference. Where, you know,
Yep.
that game, even compared to the trials, even compared to all last year, he really owned it. He genuinely owned it. He was confident in his running, his attack, his kicking. Amazing. I reckon halfback of the round one. Great performance against a really strong team. And, you know, if we played against the bloody Tigers, you probably think, oh, you know, it'll have to be tested. But he came out and performed at home, big crowd, sold out round one, and did an amazing job. So absolutely cheering for Tanner Boyd, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for us getting Metcalf back as well. So stoked, big standout. I know I could go on about every other player in the team that stood out around him too. So, but I won't. Well, what about yourself, Lennie?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Tanner Boyd was. I think he ran the ball a bit more than what I've seen of him, which was awesome. That whole left edge was crazy. RTS was in vintage form. I really thought James Fisher Harris. It's probably one of the best games he's had in a Warriors jersey. Like watching it back on TV, not live. He's just really stinging guys in defense. His just all around work around all the small areas is always great. But I just felt like he had a great game, and he got that intercept.
You're crazy.
Go on, old boy.
God,
get it.
Do it. What a legend day.
Where's the full field sprint, bro?
Yeah.
Under the post. But yeah, and then our young guys were great too when they came on. So yeah, just overall really impressed. There's obviously the odd area to work on. But yeah, up against a strong Roosters side, round one, to do that to that team, it's like, were the Roosters missing anyone?
Not.
Oh, Lennie was a late withdrawal, but
did he not play or no?
I don't think so. No, he injured his hammy, I think, in the warm up. Yeah, so
there was. I think there might have been.
Just trying to think who else. It's a strong team though. They had a very strong team.
That's right. I think our fitness really stood out as well as a team. We looked like the 80 minutes. You know, we weren't looking for the clock. We weren't doing anything. We weren't under pressure. We held our composure so well to the very end, scoring some good tries. And that was such an impressive thing. And I'm excited for our young guns coming through too, because they impressed as well. Like off the bench. Oh man, just absolutely, you couldn't get the smile off my face. Hey, you should have seen me on the couches yelling at the TV, cheering, and that's what it's supposed to be about. That's what you're gonna love to see. Start your weekend on a high. Nothing could bring you down. Nothing could bring you down.
And I think, and I really like the structure of the team. I think, looking back, I had maybe Valmonga starting, even Leka maybe on an edge, but it really reminds me of when the Kiwis made the choice to have Nafa'u White, Aaron Clark on the bench. Valmonga and Halasima on the bench, just knowing they're sitting there as well as Stella Smith. You know, Fish and Jacko are going to go hundies.
Yeah,
they're going to work their they're going to work their ass off, and then just knowing you're going to bring these other two on, that's going to take it to another level. I mean, it just reminded me a lot of that what we done, what the Kiwis team done with
You're absolutely right. Like that excitement that, you know, usually when you lose your starting forwards to the bench, you're like, oh, you know, we just got to get through the next 20 minutes. But we're like, I can't wait for the bros to come on because they're going to be, you know, they're going to come through and hopefully attack some tired forwards through the middle and really make some line breaks. And then what excites us even more is that we still have Mitch Barnett to add to that solid team. You know, most likely he'll be starting a game, but that is, you know, just adds great depth for us out the back.
Mouth
loving
watering.
it. It really is, you know. Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, and it's like that. If you can't contain the Warriors when Fish and Jack are on, then you're going to be in trouble when they actually come on because
Yeah.
they're almost taking. It was similar in the Kiwis when you had Moses Leota and Fish on. They were just doing the usual mahi, like battering rams, like epic defense, just grinding away. And then if it was an arm wrestle in that, it's like, well, they got no chance. They have to be putting points on us then because they're not going to be able to stop the wave that comes on, So
Exactly. Do you have any cons from the game? Any areas you think that we could highly improve on that's important for us for our long-term success this year?
Our right edge defense looked a bit a little bit soft at times. Mainly Billy Smith getting through Leotoa a couple of times, but Billy Smith isn't no slouch. He's a really good player.
For sure.
But I felt most of this Roosters' joy came from our right edge. So if anything, it would be like maybe just better connection with that edge. Personally, what about yourself? Did you?
Yeah, that's it. This is the big standout was the Alatoa and Ali and Dalen connection. Like I don't want to harp on about DWZ and his jamming defense, but like in fairness to him, he gave Ali a few opportunities for him to stay on his man while he drifted out. Like while Dalen stayed on his man, they drifted out, but he got beaten. So and then that's when the doubt creeps into Dalen's head. Like, oh, is he going to get beaten again? All right, better jam to make sure. He jams, the ball goes out the back, and then they make extra meters. And they weren't making big line breaks, but they were making extra meters, which created broken play, which gave them more opportunity to score. And and that's where I just think they need to work on that cohesion a lot more. And hopefully, obviously, they would if they're a professional team. But that's something that's going to be tested this week for sure, especially with Ricky and his team. I think that left edge of Sebastian, Chris, and Tamala older. What is it? Last year? Yeah. That's going to be. It's going to be Tamale. It's going to be tested, bro. So I'll be watching that closely. Hot Tamale. He'll be coming out there. 10. But that's it. And if that's minor criticism of the entire game, great.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's about connection. It's about trusting your man. But like you say, he gave him the opportunity to make those tackles. And like you said, playing in centre myself in the past, and you've played outside backs as well at some times. Well, as soon as you have that doubt, it's almost game over because you're just not confident in what you're doing. So you nailed that on the head. So
if one person has the doubt, they all got the doubt.
And that's about that connection of that edge, just knowing that they've got each other's backs. But anyway, shout out to the Wars. How good. Best start to a season. I really wanted them to put 50 points on the Roosters so I could say to the lads, you're not going to win this year, boys.
Bro. One more kick. Come on, Tana. I see you missed that one.
So almost. All right. This result I did not see coming.
Neither.
Friday, 6th of March, it was the Broncos 0, Penrith 26. Thoughts on that, mate?
I'm assuming you tipped Broncos as well then?
I think I went Penny Panthers.
Oh, true. So you had some inkling. I thought Broncos were going to have a bounce back from their pretty poor performance over in London, but they didn't. They didn't even really turn up. Disappointing performance all over. I don't know really where they went wrong. It was kind of a unified disappointment. So Panthers back to their structured team. Cool. I love seeing old Tom Jenkins down the sideline. He's just a Milky Bar kid to me. I just see him. I see a little chocolate kid running down the street, handing out little Milky Bars.
Milky Bars.
Scoring
Milky
tries.
Bars are on me.
Yeah. Oh, he just can score tries. The guy can score tries. No
White
doubt.
Lightning. He was unlucky not to be playing in that final series last year, but
extremely that in his form run too while he did it.
Yeah.
But his connection with Casey is going to keep growing, and they're going to be a dominant side to come up against. But Penrith never disappointing. What about you? Did you see that coming?
I initially thought a bit of a tight battle, with Penrith just getting over top of them. Just going off that game the week before in London, I wasn't that confident a couple of weeks before. Wasn't that confident in Brisbane, so but turns out they got a 0. Like, I don't know, when's the last time they got no points?
And at Suncorp too.
At Suncorp, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's an interesting start. But you don't win on the first round. They could turn it all around. It might be just a bit of Mad Monday hangover.
They were rocky last year, first 6 rounds. They were pretty,
You're right.
pretty poor.
Pretty average. But Penrith, geez, imagine if they have a good start. Look where they finished last year with a bad start. So
exactly.
Look out for that. We'll keep moving. Sharks 50-10 against the Titans. So Titans, you can't win the comp this year. Thoughts on this game, mate?
Sharks look good. Titans looked very poor. So
yes,
they kind of look like just a newly relegated team from Q Cup. Like they just didn't look like they belonged to be there.
Outfit.
Yeah. And even though Eels lost by a similar margin, they at least looked like they were beaten by a better team in the right competition. Where Titans is like, because I live on the Gold Coast now, I want to support them as like a little backup team and not far from the stadium. I want to be able to go watch them, but I won't be going to watch that. Unfortunately, I just won't be turning up to watch that kind of stuff.
They won't be taking your hard-earned money to go watch that?
No, shut up and take my money here. So disappointing, but hopefully they can build back from that. But they've got a long ways to go, I think.
Yeah, so talk about poor performance. I tipped them in tipping, so I thought I seen enough. I thought I seen enough in preseason, but that just goes to show preseason is preseason. It's not the real season, and I wish I could take that tip back. But Sharks too good. Like, looking back, I'm like, what a tip against the Sharks. Like, you look at the team.
Yeah.
They've got a really good team. So anyway, it was a moment of weakness. Never again. Sea Eagles 28. Oh, this is up there. This is a real...
Yeah.
Wasn't this an edge of your seat? 28-29. Raiders get the win just with the left boot off from the young fella. An extra time. Thoughts on the game, Ferg? Who stood out to you in this?
Like, in all honesty, it wasn't the closest game I watched, but the person who did stand out to me, because I kind of compare this game to the Broncos-Raiders game last year of this final series that, they're up by a lot and then then the Broncos come back on a run and they just could not stop it. So the fact the new halfback, Ethan Sanders, could get up, score the try and then kick the drop goal, easily slotted the drop goal in overtime to win the game. That is a big confidence for the team. Because, I'm sure majority of them would have had that same Reece Walsh running through the back line in the back of their heads, just like, oh, no, not again, nightmares. Our last game, and there's this.
Yeah.
But,
I agree. Yes, it was I didn't have it being this close. I thought the Raiders would actually do a number on the Seagulls. But there you go. What do I know? But, yeah, the young fellow was outstanding. I thought Taps was really good. We actually, after the races, we had our voucher left over. So we whacked, I think we might have put 20 on him to get the first try and like maybe $80 on him to score a try. And you see how close he went to a try? They just need to paint the line a bit wider. I thought it was definitely a try.
I thought it would be too. I celebrated because he was in my multi, and I was like, yes. And then I went away, go to B, came back.
Because when he went over, we were lost it in the pub. Like, because I think it's paying about $6. I think any time we
had a few
on.
beers. That's right.
Yeah, we had plenty of beers. We'd gone to the races and everything else. So. And then he said no try. They looked and they still gave it no try. But anyway,
crazy.
But interesting result. I mean, Raiders have that in them, so they'll be wanting to get rid of that sort of natural inclination.
That hoodoo's behind them. It was cool that it was up against the ex-halfback of Jamal Fogarty. So that is a cool sign. I think Fogarty probably wanted to come out and beat his old team. Always hold that little grudge. You let me go. Now I'm going to come back here and beat you. And then, it'd be extra satisfying for Sanders to swap that goal as the replacement bloody halfback. Get that up, Get that up, All right, high-scoring game. I've seen the high-scoring game coming. Rabbitohs put it on, but Dolphins not far off, 30-40. Rabbitohs win. Thoughts on that, mate? Oh, I'm in love with Rabbitoh's left edge. I think that is probably one of the best and dangerous looking edges in the competition. When you're starting with Cody Walker, dynamic, like elusive as incredible playing 5'8" or half. And then you got Dave Fafita, used to be one of the best back rollers, devastating in his time. And then Latrell Mitchell, arguably the best centre in the competition, especially on the left.
Yep.
And then you got the top try scorer, and then like the new, soon to be the new top try scorer. And crazy, like that, what a crazy edge, and excited to watch. So every time the ball came, I was like, come on. And they did the funny thing that like they played the right side a lot more than I assumed they would, which I guess makes sense because all the attention and stuff. And they scored really well off it. Campbell Graham played amazing.
He was outstanding.
Yeah. For a centre that's moved back to the wing, he's just brought himself back down to his basics, and he was incredible there. So I really like Rabbitohs, and I like this game. I didn't expect the Dolphins to come back that hard the way they did, but I didn't expect them to get flogged in the first half. So
that's
cool game,
obviously awesome game. A lot of tries. I think fucking 200 million people would have got multis with that game. With all the usual suspects kind of scoring in that game. Mine was
mine was denied by Cody Walker's no try.
Oh, no.
I had it loaded up. Pretty much the whole left edge into tries. No bueno.
Oh, yeah. So what happened there? Why was that no try again?
He dragged his toe out, but then from the try scoring line, it looked out. But then from the back, it looked marginal, but they said no try. So I was spewing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. No. Hey, it's all part of the game. Yes, that edge is crazy. When do they play Melbourne? Because they're left versus Melbourne's right. That would be a sexy little.
Oh, that would be
sexy little.
It's kind of like Australian versus New Zealand.
It's a bit, yeah. It is.
Because Dave Fafita qualifies to play for Australia, so
yeah.
The whole left edge could, like, obviously Alex. Oh, frick, his name is Johnston. If he was better an actual player, then he probably would have played for Australia.
Yeah. He's capable.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
Yet. He might have played PM13 at some stage.
Yeah,
but he's played most of his international for Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, he'd definitely be eligible. So that would be a pretty cool Aussie versus New Zealand little matchup there. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, it might be one of those things. You know how sometimes you think an edge against each other is going to be an epic battle, and it just ends up cancelling each other out.
Yeah, true. It's just real
and it just
boring.
Ends up being yeah. So maybe we should circle that in the calendars because I think that'll be a great matchup. And then West Tigers got 2 points. Go on, you good things.
Go the buy.
All right. We'll shift into round 2 coming up. We'll just do a quick who you think wins and kind of why, and a Kiwi to watch.
Yeah.
In that game. Some of the games are harder than others. Some you have to be looking under rocks and shit to find a Kiwi in there. But anyway, tonight, if you're listening to this, it's too late because I would have put it out on Friday, but we're going to go through it anyway, just quickly. Brisbane take on the Parramatta Eels tonight. Who wins, Fergie? And you got a Kiwi to watch in this game?
Broncos win, and Kiwi to watch will be Kira Pani. I have put my my personal best, whatever you call it, PB try scorer, best bet for Shibasaki. So same edge as Kirapani, and I think there'll be a few balls to the left at the same time. So I think there'll be a dominant edge.
Nice. You can't tip the Eels after last week, but then they did score.
That's right. If that's what we're going on.
So I'm going to swing that way. It will be a bit of a boil over, even though Broncos didn't score any points. I can't see that happening twice in a row, but I'm going to lean towards Para.
Nice.
And my Kiwi to watch in this is going to be Bailey Simonson on the wing there. If he can get in the game and get involved, he's a great player, so I want to see him do that. So hopefully he does. All right. Oh, and tomorrow night, Friday night again for the Warriors. This is a blockbuster. Last time the Raiders came to New Zealand, it was a crazy game, great game. Joseph Tarpany had a great game, done the cry face to the crowd. We had Raiders fans pulling the fingers Raiders players pulling the fingers and all sorts, but that's good shit. We love it. That's what it's about. So Warriors take on the Canberra Raiders, 8 p.m. Ferg, who you got? Who's winning and why? And a Kiwi to watch.
Did somebody say grudge match? I think we're holding.
I think we're holding.
I think
Yeah.
we're holding a bit of a grudge here. I think the fans will definitely remember those actions
Yeah.
that finished that game, and we will be holding some definite bloody remorse. So we'll be coming back red hot. Warriors win. It'll be close to fair. I think you can never count the Raiders out, especially after last week's performance. But Warrior to watch and Kiwi to watch is the man, RTS himself. I think he's getting 150 tomorrow, game 150.
Yes, he is. Yep.
I think it is. So
150 Warriors
RTS,
games. Yeah.
and I think there's a statistic I read, probably from Stats Hub, no doubt, Steelers stats. I think RTS has scored in the last 7 games against the Raiders, and which I remember a few of them, in that corner, Rapana trying to push him out, big time plays. So yeah, man to watch will be the man himself, RTS. In his 150th, I think he'll come out explosive, and full work will be on fire at home in front of the hometown crowd. What about you, brother?
Well, I'm going the Warriors just. Kiwi to watch, Joseph Tapine. After last year, he's just the way he plays. He's a menace. And it's the one time I'm not really supporting his team that he's on. If he's playing another team, I always back the Raiders because I just like Tapine so much. But it's that one time when the shoe's on the other foot, and geez, it's a hard shoe to wear. I don't like wearing it. But Kiwi to watch has to be Joseph Tapine. He comes home in these games against the Warriors, especially back in New Zealand. He just grows an extra 5 legs. He'll be a menace. He'll be rubbing it in. And I love that shit, kind of. But yes, I do love it. It's still cool. But
Clash of the
grudge
Titans.
match.
Clash of the Titans. Bloody grudge match, Clash of the Titans, Tapine versus Fisher. Who's going to win? That's going to be a match you want to watch.
Winner gets to be Kiwis captain.
Oh, put it on the line, boys.
Whoever wins gets to be the Kiwis captain.
Gets to walk out with the belt, get the belt. Kiwis captain, baby. Ugh, throw it out on the shoulder. Wow, imagine that.
I reckon, eh?
That's how you decide every single captain.
Whoever you have to beat the other captain. The current captain you have to beat. So it's kind of like the Ranfurly Shield. So then
I like it.
Taps will be the captain, and then if someone else plays them, like let's say the Roosters play them and beat them, and Whai White becomes the captain, and it just keeps going around.
I like it.
But no, that should be an epic bloody matchup. And then just to make Friday that little bit more sweeter, you've got Roosters versus South straight after that fucking game. And if we're talking about grudge matches, I mean, I struggle to get to the 10 p.m. Friday night games, but I won't be this week. These games always provide. Which way are you going, Ferg? Who do you reckon gets this?
Oh, mate, we talk about grudge matches. We're back again with another grudge match. Yeah. And the worst part is that we're playing at Allianz Stadium, which, the Roosters won't allow the Rabbitohs to play there, even though I'm pretty sure it's considered the Rabbitohs' home ground. So it's already a clash. The crowd hates each other. The players hate each other. Last time they matched up, what's it, Manu? Got a black eye. So it's going to be all blue, red, and green.
Let's not forget the Sinbin game where the ref was just
you
go off.
It's going to be
go
heated.
off.
And then you add on top the extra hype around Alex Johnson scoring potentially equaling and bettering the
all-time
try scoring. Ken Irvine medal at the home ground of one of their haters oppositions, and they're talking about that people might rush the crowd. Obviously, it's only going to be Rabbitohs fans. They've got double security. This is going to be a grudge match night of all grudge matches. This is going to be one to definitely tune in. I would not be going to sleep. Pop a couple little no doses and get some Red Bull in you, and you'll be wired to go. But after all that ramble, I'm going to go the dominant left edge. I was talking about that. I love the Rabbitohs. I'm going to stick with the strong. I think they're going to really work hard. And although everyone thinks Alex Johnson is going to get the tries, I think David Fifita and Latrell hold some pill, and they muscle over and really set a precedence of their team, winning the battle up front, not just out wide. So I think that's going to be a strong game. And I didn't say a Kiwi. If I White play,
yep,
yeah, the bro's going straight through the middle. There we go, match up straight up the guts. Oh, but that kind of contradicts my opinion.
That's okay.
It's going to be a great one to watch. Through the middle, up the guts is always a good battle.
Yep. I agree with you, mate. I agree. I think South's probably got too much firepower. What the Roosters put up last week was below par. I've still got a stacked team, though, the Roosters, but Nevertheless, I'm going to have to stay with Souths. The one thing I have is they'll be really taking it personal, the Roosters, not to let that happen
Yeah.
against them at home. They won't want Alex Johnson's record. Like, for him and the Rabbitohs, that'll be like, imagine winning and then he also gets 2 tries, which makes him the all-time best scorer against the Roosters at their home.
It's in history. It's now in
that'd be
history.
crazy.
It's written in the history books.
Yes, so this is going to be a matchup. And yeah, Nafa'u White, I'd have to say, for me also is the Kiwi to watch in this game. Although though the Roosters won last week, I still feel like he had a really good game if you look back at the stats and everything. So Nafa'u White for me on that one. All right, and then on to Saturday. This is probably not at the same caliber of those 2 games, but it's West Tigers take on the Cowboys. I can't have the Cowboys. The Tigers are ahead of them on the ladder with their 2 points they got from their bye, so I'm going the Tigers. Who are you going, Fergie?
Your player to watch?
Oh, yes, sorry. Player to watch. Sorry, I just need to bring his name back up to make sure. Oh, is he? I might not even be in there.
Ooh, they drop him.
Oh, yes. Griffin Neem. We're talking about earlier.
Oh, great work. Yeah.
Yes, the Neem. Griff Neem. A Kiwi to watch, even though I said the Tigers would win, but, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's clear. I like yourself.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go the boys. Going to go the Cowboys, and I think I hope there's a big bounce back. I have heard some chat through the NRL physio that Scott Drinkwater is got some rib cartilage issues, so I heard that, taking a few injections.
Is he playing?
He's playing. He's playing.
Ooh.
And
could they not just leave him out?
Frankly, I love it. Get these early wins.
Like it? Yep.
I like it. Dig it in. Get over it, bro. Get over it. Work through it. Walk it off, cuz. Walk it off. You're sweet. So I'm tipping the Cows at decent odds too, and I think they're not gonna give up on this one. They're still a really competitive team. When you got Reid Mahoney, a very competitive little fiery bugger at 9, and then you got like Hedon Lukey, you got great halves, you got Dead, and you got Jake.
Yeah, it's a great team. Yeah.
The team's all there. The boys just need to turn up. That's all it is. And it's going to be led by off the bench. On the bench, Griffin Neem is my player to watch as well. Impact player is very important in every game, and everyone knows that. So he'll be our man through the middle, in the middle 40.
Yeah, another Kiwi to watch, and just to keep a tab on, I think Royce Hunt is still due to have like a season where he's dominant, you know what I mean? He's never
100%.
really had that season where he's he's a big lad, obviously, and he does play well, but he's never really pushed through the ceiling of I want to see him push through the ceiling of where he's been at, because he could really be one of the best. He's just got to punch through that ceiling there.
Absolutely.
And then also, just on the Lebanese front, Lebanese player to watch is Adam Duahi.
Duahi?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Well, Dewey. Lebanese player to watch, Adam Duahi, yes.
Is this a new segment? Lebanese players to watch?
Nah, it's not. Up the Cedars, though. Up the Cedars.
I do like Makasini.
Yes.
Getting his first start in the Senate. Obviously, dominant
Big
trials. A lot of expectation. Has just said after 2027 he is open to going back to rugby union. So big chase for the old Wallabies over here in Australia. But he'll be exciting. But I also think that plays against the Tigers, where they're going to be looking to expose him in the wrong positions as a centre when he initially played wing. So, up the boys, go the Cows. Yes,
and we said that earlier about, centres are one of the hardest defensive position in rugby league, well, especially with decision-making anyway.
Absolutely.
And to have a young gun in there, you have to be, it's pretty hard to do. So, great point. Who would be his centre, you reckon?
Well, he's going to be
left centre.
No, he'll be right because Taylor May is left, so that'll be up against old Jackson Purdue, the try scorer phenomenal, and Murray Tuilangi. It's probably this guy Murray 2 or more tries.
Tuilangi, who's also become re-eligible for New Zealand again. Murray Tuilangi
but he has to apply for it, right? Because he played for Australia a few times.
Yes, he did. You'd have to apply. Sorry, yes. Yeah. I still don't understand if you have played a proper test for Australia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you can play for New Zealand.
No, I think you have to apply for it, but they can
You
deny
have
it
to apply for it, but they can deny it.
they allowed Victor Radley and AJ Brimson, who
Yep.
had played. So, but obviously they were superstars, and also I didn't know
Yeah,
if
so
they. No, I'm pretty
Brimson,
sure they played.
Brimson hadn't played for Australia, but he played
Oh,
Origin.
Victor
Had
Radley
Victor,
would have, right?
I don't know, bro. So we have to do a deep
We should-
dive into that at some stage.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Come back to us next week.
anyway, come back next week and we'll explain all that.
Yeah.
All right, next game, Dragons, who are playing better than I thought. Up against the Storm, we had an absolutely cracking first game, Saturday, 7:30 New Zealand time, that is. Ferg, who do you reckon? Like, can you go past the Storm? Or is it as easy as just
No,
back in the Storm
don't
again?
go past go. You may not go. Storm done and dusted easy after their light work last week. I usually don't like the high scoring back to back. You know, generally when teams score a high score, they can ease off a little bit the following week. But I
Bit of
think
complacency.
that's it, and it definitely happens in the NRL. But I think Storm know that the Dragons aren't going to be a walkover, and that they'll make sure they put in the key fundamentals to make sure they win the game with scoreboard pressure, they would say. And the player to watch is the man himself, Jerome Hughes, back to back,
pulling the strings.
daily M's.
Daily M's. Just raining daily M points. All right. I think it'll be closer. I think the Dragons won't give up the ruck as easily as the Eels did. The Eels' middle opened up quicker than the bloody hooker's legs after a bottle of wine. It was just, it was all go. For anyone who wanted to get through there, they could. Dragons have got their forwards. They may not be all superstars, but they're dogs. You just can't. They won't be doing that sort of shit. So I reckon the Storm will have a harder game in front of them. I still think they'll win. And it's going to be the Kiwi right edge, Kiwi to watch. Which one of those guys on the edge do I want to pick? I'm not sure, but Will Warbrick, he's been in the news, obviously, signing with the Wars. So Big Willie, I reckon. Watch that Big Willie get around.
Watch that Big Willie. I'll watch him. Yeah. I'll watch him every weekend when he comes to the Wars.
Oh yeah. Okay, moving through Penrith's take on the Sharks. This is the capability of being a really good game. Ferg, do the Panthers get the job done against the Sharks, or the Sharks done enough last week to tell you that they might be the real deal?
Well, this just goes back to that last theory of what I just said, where a high score can give you a false sense of security. So I think the Sharks come to us thinking that they're, top 4, top 1 contender, and then they'll come in against a really strong, structured team, and then they'll realise where their flaws are as a team and a defensive area, as well as the communication breakdown as an attacking team. I think Penrith do the basics too well, so they will win this, and I think the player to watch will be my boy Ice Papali'i.
Nice.
A little bit quieter last week, but I think in a game that deserves a bit more, he'll be strong on that left edge.
I agree, mate. I agree. I find this hard to pick, even if my own tipping. I'm not really sure which way to go, but I'm going to settle on. I think the Penrith boys are back. I think they're ready to roll. So I'm going that. And then my Kiwi to watch is Casey McLean. Will he be up against Edel? He's left centre, eh?
No, both left, so they won't. So
they're both left, so they won't mark up.
Rami and Noodle.
Who's actually a pretty good defender. Anyway, Casey McLean, the Kiwi to watch for me. Why wouldn't you watch him? The kid is a gun. All right. Sea Eagles take on the Knights on Sunday night. I'm going to go the Knights. I'm going with that Kiwi combination of KP, your favourite boy, Phoenix Crosland, and Dylan Brown. So I'm going with the possible Kiwi spine lineup to get the boys home. So I'm going the Knights and Kiwi to watch is Phoenix Crosland.
Oh, you just had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it to me.
Yeah.
I like the tip. I like the pick. I'm going with you. I like the Knights. I think a good bounce back. I think they're going to play well against the Eels, who the Sea Eagles, who can lose a game. So, but my man in that my player to watch is definitely not Phoenix Crosland. I think it's a little more newsworthy. Someone who
Yes.
just made an emotional plea to New Zealand. Told him about
Yes.
his whakapapa, told him about his family and how deep it runs in his blood that he is going to come out firing now that decision is made. He's going to want to prove he is worthy of the jersey. So
That's
KP,
it.
he's going to be the player to watch in this game. Probably about 3 or 4 tries.
Yeah. Well, I'll be lying to say if it wasn't you on the podcast, I would have said Kalyn Ponga, but I had to say Crossan because you're on.
Oh, fuck you then.
But yeah, I think Ponga in that first game, there were some moments in there like, wow, he's back. If he can stay fit the whole year, please God.
That's it.
It'll be help. If they could just leave him out of Queensland, that'd be great, just to make sure he can make it to the Kiwis at the end.
That's it. Just give him a little rest. Let him do the Knights a little bit better. Give him some justice. Give the Knights some justice.
There's other players Queensland's can pick. Like, just let him just do his thing over here. But no, Kalyn Ponga, like, how exciting! It got the hairs up on the back of the neck. Reading his quotes and seeing that video of him at, looking at the Kiwis jumper. That was when the early days. So good. Even those pictures of him at Kiwis training that time when I think he was about 18. Hadn't played a game at NRL yet, but that invited him down to the Kiwis camp for the weekend. Yeah, so
it's so easily forgotten, like the path that he's travelled. Like being born in Perth and growing up playing schoolboy, all the school stuff and all the different codes. To forget his actual connection to New Zealand is because when you watch Kalyn Ponga, you don't watch his parents. You hear them, you might hear some stuff, but you're not eyes fixed on who they actually are. But to hear the backgrounds of who they were and where they come from, it really does resonate with us, especially being Kiwis, that like that's us, like no matter where you live in the world, that's who you are, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be good. I'm glad to hear that that's how it's come out, and that he's not just doing it for anything, but being true to himself, which I love. He balked last year on being picked for Australia, and obviously we know now. So
why? And I agree. I think obviously, like you said, born in Perth, spent quite a few years in New Zealand. I think about the age of 8, they moved back. Outstanding golf player too as a kid. I don't know if you're aware of that, but was he New Zealand? Might have been New Zealand champ for his age. I think possibly. Obviously, he would have been very young, but something like that. I remember something like that happening.
He had scholarship options. I remember out of school, he had league, AFL, and golf. So he had the dynamic trio of options.
The trio, the menage.
Oh no, and Union. He had a quadrilla.
Of course. Yeah. He had a little quadrilla. Last leg and you're out. No, Ponga, that's just amazing. I think also it's so hard. If you're in Kalyn Ponga's shoes as a 19-year-old, or even at the age of 18, like he was having to make that choice, and he'd barely played a game of NRL. And like he's probably looking back. Like if you look back at that now, I wouldn't say he would say that was the wrong decision at the time, because obviously he wanted to play State of Origin. But probably having to go through his career and not ever playing for New Zealand, that would have been a regret of his, I think, And
Absolutely.
So with the rules changing, that I like that he gets a chance to kind of do that. Well, it'll be hard for him seeing the likes of, Jerome Luai, Brian To'o, all those boys being able to be like, I play State of Origin, but I'm a passionate Samoan, so I'm going to play for Samoa, and that's okay. Whereas in this situation, it wasn't. And I like that the rules changed because, he's got the tāmokas all over him. He runs the higi with the tāmokas all over it as well all the time. So it's like, it's play for New Zealand Māoris. I think it just all makes sense, and we can stop using the headline "shock allegiance change." Like,
that's
no one's shocked.
What? Yeah, what? The Kiwi actually wants to play for New Zealand. What the hell?
Yeah, so I think this is the rule working the way. I mean, they just call it the KP rule moving forward, right? Because this is how, I guess, when that International Rugby League made that choice, or NRL, it was so people like Kalyn, he does get to represent New Zealand still because, I mean, that's great for the international game as well. And it's great for Kalyn to be able to rep New Zealand. If he gets the chance, he's still got to play himself into the team. I mean, he's probably getting in, but and all things equal, though, he still has to play well this year. Like, he can't have an absolute stinker all year and then.
Could not agree more. Exciting times to come, and finally the common sense prevails in terms of origin allegiance.
Yes. All right, one more Kiwi before we go in here. And if we're talking about the World Cup and we're talking about limited forward spots, it's Trey Mooney. I think there's a bit of a backlog of like forwards now for the Kiwis, especially in the prop position. You got in front of him possibly at the moment. Depends how Leo goes when he comes back from injury. But you got Leo Thompson, you got Griffin Neem playing well. You got Nafo White, you got Aaron Clark, you got all these guys. But a few injuries. I think Trey Mooney, if he's playing well, he could put himself up there, and I think he's got a really big ceiling. I think he could be a definite player to watch.
Great smoky. I think that's a great smoky. Yeah, for the Kiwis, absolutely.
In that Maldives game, he was outstanding, I thought, yeah. All right, Dolphins versus Titans to finish your day. It's the other Queensland derby. Points aplenty, you'd be thinking. Ferg, who gets this one, man?
Well, I think the Titans have a really good bounce back here. I think, they will be filthy in regards to what they showed last week, and they'll be eagerly keen to right their wrongs. Sorry, but I think Dolphins will just be too strong. But I think it'll be a more competitive game. I think Dolphins still probably win by 12, maybe 14 points. Katoa, he shone in that comeback against the Rabbitohs, and player to watch in this game. Ooh, tough gig. I would have to say. I'll say Keanu Kinney for excitement and just for a little bit of excitement too. Though I think Nikarima will have a good game around the ruck, linking up those boys out wide, doing their damage.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, who's got to win though, Lennie? Come on. I've got Dolphins. I agree. I agree that Titans will probably bounce back. If anyone will go good and bad, it's them. So they do a good game. But I'm going to swing towards the Dolphins. I just think they have more firepower. And Kiwi to watch is, I'm pretty sure he's eligible, but Adamaho. Second row there for the Titans, young fella there. So he'll be someone to watch if you haven't seen much of him. He can play the kick and play. He's a good player.
Scored a double, I think, in his last trial game. Was that right?
Yes. Yep. That's him. Yep.
Yeah. Great.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Strong ball runner. Yeah.
Yeah. So Adamaho for me for that. All right. Do you know what I forgot about because we hadn't done it yet? Is MVKs. Did you have a 3-2-1 for Kiwi players? Did you have a 3-2-1? Most valuable Kiwi, round one. This does count Vegas, okay? Because that's technically round one.
Yeah.
So I'll go with mine because I've had mine written down. I've gone. My 1 point goes to Jerome Hughes for reasons mentioned earlier. Outstanding. Really pulled the strings on that right edge. Played, humongous game. My 2 points go to Fish. I thought, as I said earlier, with the Warriors game, he was outstanding. Done all the little things well. Got an intercept, the big fella, even. How does one get an intercept in that position, too? It was like midfield, too.
Yeah.
Was that off the ruck? Nah.
It was.
Receiver.
I
don't even know how that happened.
He read it like a book, mate. He read it like a book.
And then 3 points goes to, I'm mainly giving it to him for how he played, but I'm giving him it to him also for like getting across the line and choosing New Zealand. It's Kalyn Ponga. I thought his game for the Knights was outstanding. And yes, and these, no my hooky my mate. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Home. Yeah,
Love
so it. KP 3, Fish 2, and Hughes 1. What about you, brother?
Love to hear it, and I agree with all of them. I'm just going to stay Hughes with the 1 as well. I think 1 pointer for Hughes is a solid. He deserves to be on there somewhere, and at this stage, he's going to be lower. Number 2 is going to be. Oh, I probably can't actually. I don't want to sound like I'm copying you, but I think I'm going to have to pick.
Okay.
I think I have to pick. Fisher Harris. He dominated through us, and I don't want to pick all the Warriors, but he was a dominant player. If I could pick someone else, I'd pick Tanner Boyd, but Fisher Harris gets just a 2-pointer. I think Tanner Boyd's Kiwi in there somewhere. I swear to God, I don't know where.
Get the boy a passport.
He's eligible. He's citizenship. But my 3 points, under pressure. Comes to mind, a dominant win, great multi-series is Joe Chan. I loved his passion.
Yes.
I loved him chasing the ball.
Yeah,
He's
good
aggressive
point.
around it and he's aggressive on defense. And that
Yes.
is the players we want to be pushing for their back row position at the end of the year. So big
Yes.
shout out to Joe Chan. Love the aggression, love the contest. 3-pointer.
Perfect. Yeah, Chan was outstanding actually.
Yeah.
Couldn't fit him in with all the points, but I'm glad you picked him.
I
had him in my mentions at the bottom. I was like,
honorable mentions, well deserved. Because one thing I just love watching is just pure passion. When he hit that player, his old 5'8", and he gets up and he screams, that's the shit I want to see every week from players. Because you just know that cunt fucking means business. That he ain't just making a tackle, tap on the back, gotcha, run off. He's like, I fucking got you, you cunt. Like, fucking come at me, angry. Like, I absolutely love seeing that. So,
and he hunted that from the inside.
Yeah,
didn't he tackle him on the opposite, on the left side? So he came all the way from
shit
the right.
Out of him.
Just chased him down from the inside. Both.
Got him, drops the ball. Sorry, Pizzit. Ex-teammate, not anymore. See you
into
later.
him too straight away. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, what a tackle. That was cool. All right, well done, Ferg. So I did the quick math, but at the moment we've got Fish on 5 points, Hughes on 2, KP on 2, and Joe Chan on 3.
Is this round 1?
Yeah.
How's Fish on 3? Oh, did he give him 3? I mean 5.
I gave him 3, and you gave him 2.
Oh, nice. My bad.
Yeah. And then so Hughes has got 2 points, KP's got 2. So technically, Fish is in first place.
I thought you gave KP your 3 points.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I've got
That's
that.
That's why I copied
sorry,
you.
Guys. Sorry, guys. The math is not mathing.
I'm not even writing it down.
This is me trying to do it on the fly. Sorry. This is okay. Give me 2 seconds. You got Fish in there. Yes, I've written a name in wrong.
I could probably give it to you. Fish should be leading on 4. Oh, no.
Yeah. 4, yes.
Yeah. And then you got 2 equal parties as Ponga and
Hughes.
And then
then Chan's got 3.
3.
Yeah, so it goes. Sorry, yes. So that goes.
And it goes like that.
All right. So so Fish got 4 points because he got 2 points. So it's Fish, Joe Chan, Hughes and KP tied for 3rd.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right, we got there. Never mind, guys. I'll put it on the proper leaderboard and we'll do it that way next time. Just I haven't made that yet, so was just doing it on the fly on a piece of paper.
It'll work.
Well done. We're a professional outfit here, mate. I tell you what.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, we made it. That's what's important is we made it consistently. We did it.
And I also think like people were on the journey with us counting out the points. It was a real journey that we took them on just then. So
they were probably like, fuck, these guys are dumb.
They've already done the math in their head and they already know it. All right, a best bet, mate. Do you have a best bet? Maybe a best and a value for the weekend?
Yeah, best bet and a value. I think if you want to make some money, Storm and Warbrick together, I don't even know the odds, but it's probably around $2.20. A Storm alone were at $1.40 last time I checked, and Warbrick is probably around $1.60, $1.70. So you're looking around $2.30, $2.40, based on Fergie's bet market odds as a safe bet. And then if you want to go something a little bit saucier, I would go tonight, but obviously podcast is going up early. I've got Shibasaki, you know about that. Better value around the ruck. We're going to go. Come back to me. You go.
Right. I've got my value bet just to start off is Wars win. Joseph Tarpany anytime.
Nice.
Okay. He'll be wanting that. Taps will be wanting that anytime.
You love that opposite too.
I love throwing that. I done that with the Wars this weekend. I went Wars 13 plus. I went Nafau's White to score, but his friend who was also born in Auckland scored instead, and that's Lualu. So wrong
and
New Zealand born
13
player.
Plus.
Yeah, so
that would have been huge.
Yeah, I was really wanting Nafau to get over the line there, but anyway, you can't win them all. But I've gone Wars just to win this time. Taps anytime. The odds will be pretty good. Usually, I haven't checked them. Sorry. Best bet. It is a Warbrick. I'm going to say double, I'm going to go with the double.
Hey, I'm with you. I like that. That's good.
I was going to go the single, but I'm like, stop being a pussy. Go two big willies. 2 for the big willie.
2 big willies, I'm surely will get it done, right? Surely.
Yes. Well, 2 big willies are better than one, apparently. That's what I've heard.
Word on the street, apparently.
Word on the street. All right, I think that's it, mate. I think we've done it.
Oh,
We've
my
completed
value.
the episode.
Sorry,
yeah,
you
that's
come
right.
back to
Yes,
my
yes.
value. I'm
We'll
gonna
come
go. I'm gonna go the cow and the boys to win, and I am gonna go Scotty Drinkwater, needled up, anytime try scorer. Give me odds of around $5. Get that up, yeah.
He's juiced up. He'll be juiced up.
It's just up. It's actually peptides.
Yeah.
He's
Just
flying with
straight
the stars.
steroids. He's straight in there.
Yeah.
No, good work. It'll just be a mixture of pre-workout and steroids. Fucking.
He'd come out there, score, try to sound like Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lovely, baby.
Yeah, excellent.
Right.
Sweet. But I think after that, we've made it. We've made it.
Well done.
Kapai, mate.
Good
Thanks
hustle.
for jumping on, Ferg. You saved the show.
Anytime.
No, but don't forget, if you want to follow us, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, Kiwi NRL Podcast. If you want to watch our beautiful faces, it's Kiwi Podcast Network on YouTube. And if you want to listen through your tardingers, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts as well, and that's Kiwi Podcast Network. And Ferg, the good people want to find you. Where do they find you?
If you want to listen to bets, punting, and banter, definitely jump on onthebench.sport. It's going to have more punting. It's going to have my tipping comp, ladder boards every week. It's going to be chatting with your boy Lennie here, hopefully every other week as much as I can, possibly. But if you want to watch a bit of golf, I love my golf. I've got Fergie.golf on the other page. You'll find it in the bio on the bench. But next week, we're going to Sydney. We're playing Queensland vs Victoria golf tournament. 5 days down in Sydney playing golf.
Oh, baby.
Not bad. Not bad. Just don't tell my wife. She's not happy. But it'll be a lot of fun. We're playing with Morossi from Good. So if you watch YouTube golf, Morossi is the Polynesian golfer from one of the world's biggest YouTube channels. Should be a lot of fun. Lots of content coming throughout it. Lots of stories. And on top of that, Jesus, got to get a breath. It is St. Patrick's Day on the Tuesday. So I'll be at your closest Irish pub, sinking some Guinness, splitting some G's.
Splitting some G's, baby.
What a week.
What a week.
Shit.
How are you going to get through that?
Oh, I'm going to get fired, I reckon. Fired from my job. But no, tune in, have some fun, open those tardings and have a laugh. Let's go.
That's it. Hey, thanks for jumping on once again, bro. Shout out to everyone listening. Or if you made it to the end, well done. Well done. It's the Pukana Cam.
What was that?
Did you see that on the Pukana Cam on the weekend?
No.
So they're doing the usual. And there's one last guy was like,
that's good.
Got him.
He wins.
Well done to that guy. If you know that guy, put his name in the comments so I can.
We'll shout him out.
Shout him out. Just get him on there. But no, I lost track. Anyway, we bid you good night. As always, up the wires, give him a taste of Kiwi. How good KP's now a Kiwi. And on that, we bid you farewell.
You know what it takes, and you're ready today to take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give it.